Dragon Ball Daima episode 9, Thieves. So the reason why this episode is called Thieves is because the gang, they just beat the Tamagami, Goku, Glorio, Pansy. They're flying in their new aircraft, and Pansy really needs, she needs a bed. She wants to take a shower. She wants to be in a bed. She hasn't been in a bed in who knows how long, right? So she pretty much convinces Glorio to stop at a hotel because Glorio didn't want to stop because everyone would recognize Goku. She just puts a little, bunny hat on Goku. Goku's like, I'm down, let's do it. And then, as they get in the hotel and they're checking in, there's, some guys over at the bar. Their names are Werewolf and Gargoyle. Okay, one dude, he's like blue. He looks like a fatter version of Glorio, right, with the mohawk. And then his buddy Glorio, he looks just like a weird bird dinosaur looking thing. What did I just say his name was? I meant to say Gargoyle. If I didn't say Gargoyle, I meant to say Gargoyle. So his buddy Gargoyle looks like this bird, gargoyle, pterodactyl, dinosaur looking thing. Pretty freaky, but you could tell these guys are going to be fodder characters. Just they're gonna be mischievous. They're gonna be up to something. So they look over at the gang. They go, that kid looks kind of weird over there with the pink hat. And then Goku, obviously being Goku, is like, yo, takes the hat off. My head is getting itchy with this thing. What the hell? They're like, yo, Goku, put that back on. So they actually see him, Werewolf and Gargoyle. They actually see Goku for a split second take the hat off. They recognize the spiky hair, and then Homeboy goes, oh, wait, that's the kid that beat the third Tamagami. Look at his bag, because in his bag there's just a round, it's just a round bag. So they're like, that's obviously the Dragon Ball, we got to get it. So they kind of devise this game plan. Cuts back to the crew. They get their their suite. They go into the room, whatever. Now everyone's about to get showered up. They're about to lay down. Goku says he don't got no other clothes to change into, so he needs to change of clothes, right? He didn't bring none with him. And it's not because he doesn't have clothes to bring. He literally has multiple copies of his kimono, he's literally a Family Guy character. He has all the same clothes lined up in his closet, all his kimonos. He has a bunch of them, right? He doesn't just have one because they get ripped and torn every other episode. So he has a bunch of them. And he didn't bring a single one because Goku is a simple man. He went for the action. He didn't go for the journey. He came for the action, right? So he wasn't planning on taking naps, traveling, doing all that shit. He was like, I want to fight all the Demon Realm motherfuckers. So anyway, Pansy's like, hey, I'll give you some clothes. Throws him some clothes. Now this is kind of like a callback to old school Dragon Ball, where Goku would have to borrow somebody else's clothes, like Bulma's or something. And anyway, they hear a ruckus out in the lobby, right? And it's the werewolf guy, the blue guy. So he changes in to his dog form. He has I don't know if that's his Majin ability. Probably is, because he kind of looks like Glorio. He looks like he might be the same race as Glorio and Pansy maybe, but he could morph into this werewolf. So he morphs into a werewolf. He starts throwing things around, causing a ruckus. And as they're distracted, he gives a signal to Gargoyle. Gargoyle flies through the window, snatches the Dragon Ball, flies out. They're just trying to get it and get away. And then Goku kind of flies after him. He can't really see him. I don't know how Goku initially doesn't go get it back right away. But this is just small, little mischievous plot to get the story, it's kind of filler, right? It's kind of just some filler stuff. Because the more important stuff is literally at the end of the episode. Like I said last week, I knew this episode was going to be a little more slow. I didn't think the gang was going to reunite, which we'll get into right here in a minute. But they reunited. So anyway, get away. And Pansy busts out. She's like, it's all right. No worries, guys. I got this. Busts out a dragon radar. Don't know how she got that. I don't know where she got that from. Actually, it wasn't even a dragon radar. Sorry, excuse me. She put a tracker in the Dragon Ball bag, or on the Dragon, I think in the Dragon Ball bag, right? So she has it tracked, so she knows exactly where it is. So then they're like, all right, bet, we're good, we're straight. So now they go after them. They end up finding them, right? Goku, he's pretty much just chasing these guys around. They're just throwing the ball back and forth, trying to keep it away from Goku. It's like, you guys literally are stealing from the dude who beat the Tamagami. Where's the IQ? Right? Y'all really think you were going to get away with this? So then, as Goku's really about to start turning up, I think he gets the ball back, and then they're like, oh no, we got to jump him. And as they go to attack him, Glorio comes in, saves the day with his electricity slash gum gum slash mochi fruit slash Anaru's fruit. Like, he's literally, so he can like grab things and whip things, kind of like Hosaka. This is what it really reminded me of Hunter x Hunter's Hosaka, and like his like, you know, gum capabilities with like his electricity slash like gum kind of ability. He like, I thought he was gonna do like a death ball kind of thing, and then he just like used it as a whip, and then like wrapped these guys around and like flung them everywhere, and literally like just team rocketed them into space, right? So this is the second time somebody's been team rocketed in Dragon Ball Daima, and now cut over to the other gang: Vegeta, Piccolo, Bulma, and Hybis. Now they're about to leave their hotel, right? And they realize their ship is stolen. So now they're like, well, this is literally, you know, call back to episode 3 or 4, like, now their ship's stolen, what do they do, right? And they're wondering, who the hell stole our thing? Like, what? Who would have did that? Vegeta gets a flashback of who he might think did it, and it shows Vegeta and the gang. They're like in this bar slash club that they were in last night, and there's like, you know, neon lights and music playing, and Vegeta's got his like tray. He looks like a little kid. Well, he obviously is a little kid, but he has like a tray, like a lunch tray with a burger on it and a soda, and he's like walking back to his table where everyone else is. And as he's walking, you know, someone bumps him, and he's like, yo, watch the fuck out. And Vegeta's like, excuse me, bro? And then he says some crazy shit to threaten Vegeta. Vegeta's like, alright, bet. Bow! Hits him right in the stomach. Everyone else is like, what the fuck? And then he starts whooping everybody's ass, right? And it's pretty funny scene. But it's like, you know, it's pretty cool that, you know, he got in a fight in a club. Like, that's the last thing I would ever thought I'd ever see canon in Dragon Ball, is Vegeta throwing hands in the club. And so he assumes that they grabbed it, they snatched it up, so then they're like, alright, well, we're fucked, I guess. And Hybis goes, hey, let's play this zombie game. If, you know, you get eaten by a zombie, you're dead, and you gotta survive. And everyone's just like, no, I don't want to play that at all. And then Bulma looks at his belt, and she goes, what is that? And you look at his belt, and there's an eyeball on his belt. Now, this has to be, and it is, like, it is, the eye that they were talking about in episode 1, okay, the third eye of Abura's dad, or Dabura's dad. The third eye of Dabura's dad, Abura, right? The third evil eye. And like, if you have this eye, you gain immortality and you can never be killed, and you become really, really strong, apparently, right? So this is the eye that Goma's looking for, so he can, you know, be immortal or whatever he wants to be, right? Will Goma get a transformation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Will Goma get a transformation in this story? So maybe the new Majin Buu gets the eye. This new Ku guy, maybe he steals the eye from somebody. Maybe Dr. Arinsu gets the eye. Maybe Glorio gets the eye at the end. That would be very cool. Maybe Glorio at the very end gets the eye, but maybe he's too prideful to take the eye. You know what I mean? I honestly, I can't see him doing it, but it would be crazy character writing if Glorio got the eye. But anyway, so cut to Goma and Dagesu, right? So Dagesu, real quick before we get into the scene, I thought Dagesu was going to be like an evil, strong, like kind of Zamasu, kind of Supreme Kai, you know, where he's just kind of evil. Not at all. He's not given that vibe at all. He could low-key kind of be playing like, oh, I'm weak. I'm sorry, King Goma. And then, but low-key be like, I'm actually very strong. Who knows? But pretty much this whole interaction, he tells King Goma, hey, yo, you know those people that we turned into kids back on Earth? Yeah, they're in the demon realm, and it's not looking good. And Goma's like, what? Wait, well, hold on. They're here? What do you mean it's not looking good? What do you mean? And then he's like, well, they're trying to get all the Dragon Balls. And then Goma's like, I ain't even worried about that. And then Dagesu's like, yeah, well, they already killed one, so. And then Goma's like, what? Oh, fuck. These dudes are way stronger than we thought. They actually beat a Tamagami, and they got the dragon. Oh my god, what am I going to do? And I need to hurry up and get that evil eye, is pretty much what he says. So, that eye is going to be very significant in the future. And the whole time, Dagesu is kind of like, I'm sorry, King Goma. So I'm like, oh man, he's a chump. No wonder his sister's way more badass than him. This dude's a wuss. So anyway, Cuts back to Vegeta and them. Goku and Glorio, they meet up with Vegeta and them, and they say what's up. It's pretty much like a quick, yo, what up? We already killed one of the Tamagamis. We got one of the Dragon Balls. We're actually going to go, get the other ones. And then Vegeta's like, all right, well, we will go with you because our ship's gone. And then Goku's like, literally, we have no room for you. So I'm sorry. I don't think you can. And so Vegeta's like, what are you talking about? Why are we here then? What's going on? He's like, Goku's like, well, I'm going to go get the Dragon Balls. You can go kill King Goma if you want. Like, that sounds fun, right? That sounds fun. Because we all know Goku and Vegeta hate getting in each other's way. You know what I mean? Like, they hate when one of them gets in each other's way. Like, when Goku's fighting somebody and Vegeta wants to fight him, or vice versa. They hate when whoever butts in, right? So Goku's like, just let me deal with the Tamagami. You don't need to come along. You're good. Everyone loves me. Everyone loves you, but I'm Goku, right? And so it actually would be funny if Vegeta was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go find King Goma then, and I'm going to try to take him out. And then maybe he fails because it's Vegeta, right? So now that's just, you keep leading the plot on. You keep leading the story on, whatever. They literally take off. They bounce. They leave the crew there, and Vegeta's pissed. And so when he's like pissed off, the crew that just got their ass whooped the night before shows back up, that stole their ship, right? They show back up for whatever reason. These guys, all these people in Demon Realm 3 have no IQ. All the criminals, 0 IQ, right? They want to steal from the people that beat the Tamagami. They steal a ship from someone that whooped their ass, and then they show up the next day like with 5 more people. Like, you're literally, these guys are just brain dead. So Vegeta, he's all pissed. He looks at them. He pretty much just powers up, and he's like, finally, I get to blow off some steam. Just totally starts whooping everybody, right? And then as he's whooping everybody, someone else is about to come in. Piccolo jumps up behind him. Boom! Literally just socks him in the back of the head. Flatlines him. That dude is completely dead. His brain exploded inside of his head. And he falls to the ground. And then it shows a nice little panel of Piccolo up there, smiling. And then it goes to Vegeta pretty much finishing off this guy, this horse guy, Bojack Horseman, with gloves on, right? He's got boxing gloves on for whatever reason. Boxing is canon, and boxing is a thing in the Demon Realm, apparently. So Vegeta pretty much karate chops him, puts him to sleep, and then it cuts to Marba and Arinsu. Now, they're over the cauldron still. They're still brewing up whatever they're cooking. The new Majin Buu. Or so we thought. So, I guess the sample that Arinsu had of Majin Buu just wasn't enough, right? They needed a little bit more. They had a bunch of other things that were thrown in as well to try to make this concoction of whatever happened. And somehow, some way, Marble pulls out a bag of Cyberman seeds. Now, Cybermen have pointy ears. I have pointy ears. I'm not from the demon world. Are the Cybermen from the demon world? They very well may be, because they said, that people or things with pointy ears are demons, and they're from the demon world, and they're all Majins, right? So Majins have the ears. Are Cybermen Majin? Because if they are, how the hell did the Saiyans get the Cybermen? How did they get the Saiyan seeds? Or the Cybermen seeds? Now we're just kind of just retconning some things, which is totally fine. I guess there's some room for retcon. I just have a problem with it being a Cyberman. So anyway, I'll break into that right now. So they put the Cybermen seeds in the cauldron. They brew it up, right? And so there was 2 of them. She only put 1 in the cauldron. Right now, this might be important because what is that other one going to be used for? Okay, so this is a small detail you got to think about, right? When they put the seeds in, Arinsu said just put 1 in, right? And she wouldn't just say that for no reason. There's a specific reason. So they only put 1 in, right? And before the new Buu comes out, they're talking pretty much like, you did say the new Buu or the old Buu was a fluke, right? And then Marble was like, yeah, but that's because we couldn't control it. Now with the essence of that old Majin Buu and the Saberman, we'll definitely be able to control this. We'll be good. So, boom. Ku is born. Pretty much just boom. Ku is born. He's out. He's here. They reveal him. He looks literally like Majin Buu mixed with the Saibamen. Like, he just, like, that's literally what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't really care for the Saibamen. I don't think they're strong at all. I don't understand why they think they're strong or why it would have been a good fit. Maybe because they would have been able... Because I guess since the Saibamen are pretty much like labormen, like slaves, they, like, obeyed what the Saiyans told them. That's probably why. But, like, the power level thing just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, cool, you made a Saibamen. Does it have, if it has a, at least a fraction of Boo's DNA, it's going to be insanely powerful, right? And so Arinsu gives it the mission to take out the first Tamagami. And for the reason is, if it can't beat the first Tamagami, it's probably not going to beat Goku. So then that's probably why they're saving the second seed to make another Saibaman, maybe make him stronger, whatever. So this new Majin Ku, right? Yeah, like I said, he kind of looks a little funny, right? He definitely looks like an advanced Saibaman. Also, he will probably have a transformation, so don't bank on this being the final product of Majin Ku. Like, if you don't think Toriyama gave this Majin thing a banger transformation, you're out of your mind, okay? So he's definitely going to transform. He might transform when he fights the Tamagami. What if he absorbs the Tamagami and becomes like a Tamagami? Now we're cooking a little bit, right? And then maybe he becomes like a Saibaman Shenron kind of thing where he absorbs the Dragon Balls. That would be insane. I don't think that's going to happen, though, because Arinsu's going to use the Dragon Balls for whatever plan she has, whatever wish she makes, right? She might wish to get the evil eye. She might wish to, who knows, be immortal. I don't know. She is immortal. She should be. Well, she's technically not immortal. She's just going to live for a long, long time since she's a Glen. So, but yeah, anyway, that's the episode. What a banger episode. Pretty much towards the end, it was a banger. But, yeah. And, this new Ku, he could, like, speak. He could talk. He goes, understood. And so it's like, he might be powerful as, Super Buu. Because Super Buu could talk. Kid Buu couldn't, but Super Buu could. So, I don't know if that's just the Saibaman. And I don't really remember the Saibaman talking. They probably can. I don't know. I haven't watched Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z in such a long time. I really can't remember. But anyway, that's it. That's pretty much the episode. I can't wait to see what this new Ku is going to be cooking with, and we might see them fight the Tamagami in the next episode. So yeah, that'll be fun. But anyway, that's it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back later this week talking more about Ku and his origin stories and how strong I think he will be and transformations and stuff like that. So, yeah, let's go ahead, drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.